that way. Awesome. So cool. So make sure, again, last reminder, if you don't see your team members in here, please send them over a message. We are getting started. So remember that this, bring your full attention to the room, to the Zoom, eliminate distraction, conversation, and engage and drop insights like you guys are. I appreciate you guys. And remember that this message is specifically for you. And I know you guys are ready because you guys are here. And the conversation is the rise of geo farming. Anthony and I were talking over the weekend, and we were actually talking about this specific subject. So with that conversation, I was inspired to create this training. So I'm very, very grateful that he was a yes, because I think that this is a huge conversation that every single one of you needs to implement in your real estate business as we continue to move forward. But before we get into everything else, you guys already know the drill. We're going to get into our exercise to elevate our energy with affirmations. So all we're going to do is I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. We're going to say power up. We're going to do that twice. And I'm going to say the phrase, and you're going to repeat after me for those of you that are first timers. So are you ready? Yes? You guys can unmute yourselves by this one, by the way. Now unmute yourselves. Now unmute yourselves so I can hear you guys. Go ahead and unmute yourselves so I can hear you guys. So are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Come on, it's halftime, guys. I want you guys to bring that halftime energy. This ain't time to slow down. So 1, 2, 3, power up.
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 High energy equals high income.
High energy equals high income.
Every day and every way, I'm getting better and better.
Every day and every way, I'm getting better and better.
Every day and every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger.
Every day and every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger.
Every day and every way, I'm getting smarter and smarter.
Every day and every way, I'm getting smarter and smarter.
I was born to win.
I was born to win.
I will never surrender.
I will never surrender.
I will always keep growing.
I will always keep growing.
I was born to be great.
I was born to be great.
Today will be the best day of my life, no matter what.
Today is the best day of my life, no matter what.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you guys so much for participating. Thank you for playing Pull Out. And by the way, affirmations, if you guys are already not doing this, I think I've shared with you guys a couple of times. There's an app called Inner Tune, which, by the way, our guest speaker, Mr. Anthony Grynchal, Mr. Claremont, he actually put me on this app, so I'm utilizing it at a really high level. So it's called Inner Tune. Inner Tune. Write that down. Make sure you download it after this conversation. But we're going to go ahead and breathe as community on this one. We're just going to breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. We're going to do that 6 times. And then at the last breath, just hold as long as you can and let go when you're ready. So let's go ahead and get I was going to say the party started. This is a party. Come on now. So breathe in through the nose, exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Last one, inhale through the nose, hold. And exhale whenever you're ready. And I know I feel dizzy every single time I do that, and that's my brain saying thank you for the oxygen. So if you want to get present and be much more powerful in every interaction before you pick up the phone, what if somebody just called you spontaneously and you weren't ready for this conversation and you picked up? Tell them to hold on really quick, take a couple of deep breaths, get yourself centered, because he or she who is the most consistent, the most empowered, the most energetic, the most confident is going to win in that conversation. So these slight little pivots can make all of the difference in the world for you. If you're not converting at the level that you want, it might be because you're missing those very subtle cues. Gratitude is an abundance multiplier, and we're going to be, now accessing the energy of gratitude. So what can you be grateful for? So just, go on that inner journey for yourself and then really get present to what you can be grateful for today. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful for the ability to see, hear, taste, touch, smell. I'm so grateful for my brain. That was one thing I actually just heard this on the podcast. I'm like, when's the last time that you were grateful for your brain? You know, that thing is basically directing everything about our lives. Every single thing you do, the brain is giving you the ability. And then also, the second most important, well, actually the first, is your heart, your heartbeat. I'm so grateful for my heart, right? Without your heart, you won't be here. There would be no way. And guess what? How hard do you have to work for your heart to beat? It's automatic. It's automatic. Your heart beats automatically. So be grateful for that energy that gives the beat to your heart, because that's why you're alive. And I'm so grateful to be here with each and every single one of you. I'm so grateful to grow together as a community. And I'm so grateful to be alive. So now I want you to visualize, right, with that energy of gratitude. Now visualize, create a mental movie, because whatever you can see in your mind, you will see in your reality. The delayed gratification is just going to play a role in that, like just like everything else. I think this community already knows this, right? There's no such thing as a get rich scheme. There's no such thing as like you're going to make it just, one day to the other. There's been a lot of years before the great successes that you see. There's been a lot of years of failure, a lot of years of mistakes. So visualize yourself as that grandest version of yourself. What kind of car are you driving 12 months from now? What does your bank account look like 12 months from now? What kind of activities, what kind of environments are you in? What kind of people are you hanging around with? What kind of books are you reading? What kind of seminars are you going to? What is possible for you in your reality and for your life? Visualize that, create a mental movie and feel it. Because the better that you could do this every single day, the faster. Yeah, the Cybertruck, bro, that was 4.5 years of like manifesting that thing. Exactly. So visualize it, visualize it. And our goal as a community is to serve 21,000 families, $10 billion in volume, and to attract 10,000 agents. You should have a very clear goal for yourself every single day where your mind doesn't get confused and it just knows its targets. Read your goals in the morning, read your goals in the evening. And if you use an app like Intertune, like I've been saying, you could truly put yourself on the right track because you could remind yourself every single day. I want you guys to pay attention to this real quick, just like you guys should have been paying attention already. It's easier to forget than it is to remember. It is easier to forget than it is to remember. This is why I repeat a lot of things. If you guys see every single week, we're repeating a lot of things, but the greats, every single great you can talk about, the Kobe Bryants of the world, the Tiger Woods, any individual that has done any great things did that by being consistent and doing things over and over and over and reminding themselves who they were. So you got to remind yourself of who you are every single day, and remind yourself of where you're going, because you won't get to a destination that you don't know. So you got to know this destination, meaning your goal. So I'm going to do a local market update, and then I'm going to share a couple of slides that I was able to pull up from last week that are, the latest and greatest update nationally. But the other thing is that next week, I will have a full-blown market update where we'll have more stats. So just in the local market update, these are just 5 counties. By the way, you guys know this. You should be doing a video, doing some pieces of content around your area, your zip code, your city, the market you serve. You should know your numbers. You should know how many actives, pendings, and closings, the average days in the market, and what volume is closing in your area. And you should do some content around that. But look at just these 5 counties, right? We're looking at LA. We got 1,300 listings signed. 300, and this is last 7 days. 379 in Orange County, 402 in San Bernardino, 577 in Riverside, 622 in San Diego, and 1.5 billion closed in LA. 845 million closed in Orange County, 269 million closed in San Bernardino, 475 million closed in Riverside, and 665 million in San Diego. 5 counties, guys. That is a total of $3.8 billion in closings, 3,700 properties, $95 million in commission. So every single one of you knows this because I repeat it every single week. Look at there's $3 to $4 billion in real estate being sold around you every 7 days. There's a ton of opportunities. Stay present to the opportunities. Don't get distracted by the noise. And believe it or not, even though it seems crazy, according to NAR, we are, this is the affordability at actually, this is the affordability at historic low, right? So we are in a position right now, according to NAR, right? There was a bunch of distressed properties back then. There's no distressed properties really happening now, as of now, but this is where affordability is at in this moment, right? So it's very, very low. You see all a bunch of the headlines, right? So they say it's the worst time to buy a home, housing markets, predictions for 2020, when will be affordable again, you know? So, and then people are also questioning like, wait, do I have to pay a commission or not? By the way, every single one of you should have watched that training that Leo Pareja did on Friday. And if you didn't watch that, Miss Terry will drop it into the chat. But that training went over the 30 top objections that you're going to get, you know, as soon as August 17th comes into place with the NAR thing. You guys should all master that. This is where, you know, I guess where America thinks it's the best place to invest. 36% of people still say it's real estate, even now. 22% of people say it's stocks, 18% gold, 13% savings account and CDs, bonds, and last place, 3% is crypto, right? This is the last place. So real estate, 36% of the time, right? And when I'm giving you guys these stats, by the way, I want you guys to remember this and also create some content around it. This is why I'm sharing it with you guys. Our research continues to show that the vast majority of prospective home buyers overwhelmingly feel buying a home now or in the future is the best decision for them in the long run. They got to think long term, just like you got to think about long term in your business. And this is the emotional value of home ownership, right? 89% said that the idea of owning a home brings emotional fulfillment rather than stress. 67% said prospective home buyers would prefer to own a home for a sense of permanent and emotional stability. So again, your content, use this information and speak to the consumer, because the consumer, this is where the emotion, people don't make logical decisions as much as you think they do, by the way. Right? People don't make logical decisions. They make heart-based decisions, emotional decisions, and then they justify with logic. The heart is the first in position, believe it or not. The other thing, these are the benefits. Take a screenshot of this because these are the benefits of owning a home. Again, if I was you guys, this would be something I would do content. These are the top 10 things, the top 10 reasons why you want to be a homeowner. Security and stability, freedom to customize, community involvement, building equity, tax advantages, stable monthly payments, investment potential, no landlord dependency, a forced savings account, potential for rental income. And there's actually an 11th reason, and I want you to reach out to me via direct message because this one's going to blow your mind, right? So I just kind of give you guys a script for the video. Literally, that's what you guys could do. And there's no 11th. Just make up an 11th, by the way. There's so many reasons. And if you don't know the 11th reason why somebody should become a homeowner, use ChatGPT and it'll give you 130 seconds. Okay? Interest rates sure do get a lot of attention, but they shouldn't be the only part of the home buying decision. After all, the answer to the question is right now a good time to buy a house boils down to whether the time is right for you. That is so true. So true, right? I mean, I could tell you right now, I'm like, I got a Lamborghini for sale. It's $600,000 for this Lamborghini, and I'm selling it right now for $50K. If you got the $50K, great. And if you want a Lamborghini, great. But if you don't want a Lamborghini or you don't have the capital to buy it, does it really matter to you? No. That's the same kind of perspective you need to have with your consumer. The consumer, if they are ready and they have a need to purchase, they're going to do it. And the right time is when they're ready. That's why it doesn't even matter. I mean, right now, all prices are all-time high, right? A lot of people don't want to sell because their interest rate or whatever the case is. It doesn't matter that the logical thing is saying like, man, the market is at a peak. So 3 reasons of owning a home. Again, another content, right? Having a sense of privacy, having a good place for your family, and having a good place to raise your children. Okay, cool. So that's the stats that I have for you guys right there. Now we're going to be pivoting. We're going to be pivoting into our conversation about geo farming. So I'm just going to give a quick little intro to Mr. Claremont, Mr. Anthony Grynchal. Also, cool fact. Last time that he spoke to our community, he was still at Remax. So I put an EXP logo here because he's officially part of our EXP family. So let's go ahead and give Mr. Anthony Grynchal a warm welcome. You guys heard him speak about Google My Business in the past. This guy's crushing it in the city of Claremont. $1 million in GCI. He's helping a ton of agents, and he's going to talk about the rise of geo farming. So without further ado, my good friend, Mr. Anthony Grynchal, Mr. Claremont, welcome.
All right. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much for having me on today, Leo. But yeah, here's the bottom line, everyone. Let's just go over the facts. So when I heard, everything about NAR and what's happening, my eyes lit up like the 4th of July. Loved it. Couldn't make me more excited. Okay. The reason why is because, first off, the reason why I believe in geofarming is because when you really think about it, there's only one way that you're going to increase value to your time as a real estate agent. It is through capturing listings geographically closest to where you're located, right? Getting them signed at 6% and then leveraging those listings to acquire more listings and double end more listings, right? So think about it. And we'll use myself for an example. How do you choose a geo farm? Well, it's really simple. Where do you want to live? Where do you want to raise your family? Let's talk about the facts that, Leo just provided, AKA Mr. Cali. The bottom line is I wanted to live in Claremont and my goal was simple. I wanted to have my dream house, a beautiful, smart, caring wife to be the mother of my children. And, I decided I needed to create an environment to do that. And I wanted to go to a good school and be in a good, diverse community and be able to live the best possible life. So, I've been geofarming since 2008, the Great Recession, and I've always had more listings than I've ever known what to do with. I've never spent one penny on an online lead because I've always believed in complete vertical integration, meaning owning and controlling, where my marketing dollars are going and never giving the power away to someone like Zillow or realtor.com, or Redfin, right? So my mindset is simple. I'm in the real estate business as a listing agent only. I'm a listing agent. I'm not a buyer's agent. So I'm going to give you deep insights into the mind of a modern day geo farmer, how I think, how I operate, and how I'm able to control local market share. So the battle has always been in real estate and always will be over the local listings and who controls that inventory. And if you really think about it, right, in Claremont, we'll use myself as an example. If I just capture just 2 to 3% of the listing inventory in the lowest price point, the 500 to 2 million price point, just 3% of that listing inventory for the year, right? And I just double in half of them. That's how you make 600-700 grand a year, day in, day out, and still have an abundance of time, energy, money for, my family and all the activities I want to do. So when you just break that down and understand, when you list, you last. When you want to increase value to your time is through listings. If you want to build a brand and credibility, that's really what it comes down to. So with that being said, let's just dive into it, okay? What is the modern day brick and mortar? Well, it's simple, folks. If you just capture 2 to 5% of the listing inventory in any city, basically in California, majority of the cities throughout the country, with populations that have 10,000 or more, you can become a millionaire, right? Just by capturing that small amount of the listing inventory in the lowest price point. And so the modern day brand that matters, right, is we call it a designation, but you need to be easy to remember, find, and choose, and have a brand that represents local expert. People don't really care if you're with Coldwell Banker, Remax, Sotheby's, the whole global luxury, marketing perception on a listing pitch plays a role, but really, you might want to write this down. All a homeowner really cares about, obviously, do I like you, know you, trust you, right? But the other two components that set me apart is I'm an expert at marketing and selling my city's lifestyle to sell homes for the most money, quickest timeframes, and most favorable terms. And when people ask me, well, why are you Mr. Claremont? Great question. I was selected by the DLE because I'm an expert at marketing, selling the Claremont lifestyle. And when selling homes in the 500 to 2 million price point, there is no human being on earth that'll sell it for the most money, quickest timeframes, and most favorable terms. So once you understand that's what a homeowner cares about, and they just want to see that you're authentic, local, and credible. That's the brand and the perception that matters. Okay. So that's the brand that matters. Okay. Now, what is the modern day brick and mortar? EXP is great. We're a cloud-based brokerage, but everyone knows the modern day brick and mortar is your Google business profile. So I've actually taken the time over the last 2 years and I've become a Google business product expert. And I have all the hacks and tricks coming down the pipeline, and I can tell you exactly what to do. But the bottom line is this, everyone. You might want to write it down. If you're not on that first page of Google, right? You see, post-pandemic, what happened? People got smart. They realized you don't need some big brick and mortar in a city to sell real estate there. They understood, hey, real estate agents are mobile and they just cruise around, right? They also realized, hey, if I see an ad or sponsored or paid for, the trust factor decreases by 15 times. 15. What people do, and everyone does, I don't care if you're going to go buy a taco, you're going to Google the place and then you're going to look for reviews. But in our business, they're going to Google keywords such as, you know, best real estate agent in Claremont, California realtors, right? There's local, state, international, and global ranking status, right? And the bottom line is you have to position yourself to be in that top 3 in Google Maps for when people are searching, okay? Because if you're not there organically, you don't exist, because people now scroll past the paid for ads. There's still clicks there, but the click-through rate and trust factor, like I told you, it's 15x across the board in our industry if you're in the top 3 in Google Maps, right? And so when you're there, you will always be considered for the call to go on a listing appointment, but you have to rank, you know, for the important keywords. So that's what Google Maps is, right? Google's also evolved in what's called generative AI, right? It's their version of Siri on your iPhone, where you're basically having a conversation with Google and they have a top 5 maps pack. Now, the difference between Google Maps and generative AI, which is Google's search engine, generative AI is all about long tail keywords. So it's more conversation based. And again, if you're not in the top 5, you don't exist. In Google, if you're not in the top 3 in maps, you don't exist, right? So it's imperative that you're there, right? And so long tail keywords are, hey, like, you know, someone's in New York searching who's the best real estate agent in Claremont, California with a proven track record. That's generative AI. But you can still search that and you'll still pop up in Google Maps. So when you understand that's the modern day brick and mortar, and I challenge you, ask anyone you know in the industry that has a massive brick and mortar in the downtown and ask them, how many people have come in here in the last 5 years and said, hey, I'm ready to sell my home? The answer is 0 about 99.99% of the time. You know why? Because Zillow hovered over our listings. Redfin hovered over the listings, and they just started scooping up all the buyer and seller leads. Yeah, that's what happened, okay? So before we dive into that, you know, you got to understand the modern day brand. You got to be easy to remember, find. And how you do it is by having a name brand that they'll remember and they can Google it. When they see Mr. Claremont, they Google it, boom, I'm there. My knowledge panel, my first name, last name, brokerage, and my number, and I always get the call, okay? So that's the brand. The office, Google business profile, top 3 rankings in Google Maps, and top 5. You got to be in the top 5 in generative AI, okay? Number 3, do you know how I dethroned Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, and Redfin over the last decade before this post-NAR era? Thank God this is happening, okay? The way I've dethroned them is simple. Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com have what's called indirect marketing. You write that down, please. People love giving their information. It's just human nature. No one wants to get hounded by a salesperson or a realtor, period. They just don't. No one does, right? So when you see the names Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Homes.com, people will enter in their home value or get information, not really understanding how the business works, right? So let's just talk about Zillow. People give their information, they take it, and then they used to sell it to agents. Then they became a brokerage and they referred it to agents, and then the agents hound them, and that's how they get the business, right? Indirect marketing. I said, wow, I would love to have indirect marketing myself. So when I would have Anthony Grynchal with Remax Sign in the Yard, No one calls this. I mean, sometimes, right? It's like having a brick and mortar. How often are they walking in saying, I'm ready to sell or ready to buy? Pretty rare. Same with your listing sign, right? It's like Zillow's like this UFO hovering over your listing sign, just sucking up all your buyer and seller leads. But you know how I just shut down that UFO? I just cut them off with like this, sign writer. Now, it reads backwards on here, but what I want you to see is this brand, Mr. Claremont, right? And I'll tell you what this sign writer would say. I would hang it up every time on my sign. Buyers would come by, I'd get the listing, put my sign in the yard. No one's going to call Anthony Grynchal with EXP, but I put my sign writer and it says Mr. Claremont. Now that's different than Anthony, because if you're looking to buy in Claremont, you automatically get the like, you know, you trust you factor, right? More importantly, it says on my sign, for instant info and pics not found online, text Claremont 1 to 88,000. That's a 5-digit shortcode. So it was a combination of indirect marketing and a 5-digit number, because I wouldn't post all my photos, right, of the listing. I would only post maybe the top 3 to 5 best photos of the home. Launch the listing on a Monday, and I'd always have an open house Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. And that's when we did the grand opening to let all the buyers come in to make it convenient for the sellers. And then after that, it's by appointment only. But every single time, what would happen is I launched the listing, you know, Bob from Redfin would call and say, hey, my client wants to show your listing. I said, you mean my lead that your company stole from me is not your client? And if they're your client, show up to the open house. Great. That would ruffle their feathers. They'd get upset. I'd get calls and they would say, hey, my client, I'd be like, your Zillow lead? A lot of the agents would start laughing, literally. They'd be like, I'm like, you're talking about my client or your client? You're referring to a Zillow lead, right? So it's still free game. You don't have do you have a signed contract with your client? No, Bob? Great. We'll see you at the open house. And guess what, Bob? There's 2 magical buttons I'm going to press. Write this down, everyone. It's beautiful. You ever wonder in the MLS, that little button next to the commission that says dual variable compensation? I've been clicking that for the last decade, because what it means is you could offer a special advantage to buyers if they write the offer with you, right? So let's trace back the modern day real estate sign.
Hold up. Hey, Anthony, hold up, bro. I want people to like hear what you just said right there. That is a nugget. Did everybody just catch what he just said about that? I didn't know this. The dual variable compensation. Can you please repeat that again? Like, that's huge.
Okay, so I double end about 90% of my listings, and I do what's best for the seller. And if you want to challenge me, we're having a free flowing conversation. You could just hit me hard with the toughest question and I'll answer it off the spot. Throw it in the chat or just interrupt me. I don't care. But more importantly, the modern day real estate sign is this sign writer, right? So when you put up a sign, right, we call it content preservation, right? So it's no different than online dating. If I was single, when I was single and I was trying to attract my wife, did I take 100 pictures of me? No, hell no. I'd take maybe 100, pick the best one, maybe do a little editing and put that as the profile pic, and don't act like you're not doing it. So I do the same thing for a home, right? So I'm only going to pick the top 5 homes, enough to pique the interest, write in the MLS description, everything about it. And then I would put dual variable compensation, all agents showing start at the open house Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. And when I launch it on a Monday, guess what, guys? I'm not having the open house that Saturday and Sunday. It's the following Saturday and Sunday. So what do you think happens? All the Redfin, Zillow, Truly, and Realtor.com, they drive by, they look, they're like, oh shit, that's the house. I can only get 5 photos from Zillow or Redfin. Oh my God, look at, there's Anthony, the sales guy. Look at that Mr. Claremont sign. For instant info and pics not found online, text Claremont 1 to 80, boom, every time. I get the lead, just like Zillow, and I'm like, hey, it goes straight to my phone. Hey, this is Mr. Claremont here. The network notified me you're interested in my listing. I just want to be sure you got the virtual tour. I just texted it to you. So that's called indirect marketing. It went from direct to indirect. They're like, oh, I thought Mr. Claremont was like a thing. No, it's a person. You're talking to him. You want to see the home tomorrow or Wednesday at 3 o'clock? Which time's best? Oh, I guess. Well, my agent, what agent? Zillow? Oh, yeah. Tell you what, Bob, we're offering a special listing. Because remember, I clicked dual variable compensation. Guess what, Bob? I don't determine the value of the home. The sellers don't. The appraisal does. You're going to do an appraisal, an independent home inspection, and a termite inspection. So guess what? If you like the home, we can pay you the buyer agent commission. Well, guess what? The seller pays the commission. Maybe the buyer's agent commission's $1. Doesn't matter. Maybe I help out the seller because I have it signed at 6 and I flex it to 5. And my mindset is simple. I am getting $1 million listings signed at 6% and double ending them at 5%. That's 50 grand. You do that twice a month, that's 100 G's a month, baby. Yeah, I don't want to be the luxury guy at the hill dealing with all that. I'll take the $1 million listings and double end them like clockwork, sign them at 6, do it twice a month, 100 G's a month. And you know what? That's power, baby. And guess what happens, guys? So I've been sitting here dethroning Zillow and Redfin and Realtor. I've been bringing them to their knees my entire career because the way I see it, they're stealing my business and it's not what's best for my seller. I don't want an online company hovering over my listings, taking my buyer and seller leads and selling them to some agent to negotiate against us. Who do you think you are? Bob Zillow boy? Okay. Yes. No more. No. Okay. So what I've done is this. You click dual variable compensation. In that 2-week period, they all drive by and text the short code. Now I've got all the leads. It's a funnel. So if you get $1 million listing signed at 6% and you launch the best 5 photos and you put in the MLS description, all the upgrades, the showing start at 2 weekends from now at the open house, and you click dual variable compensation, you could legally say to a buyer, we're offering a special competitive advantage if you write the offer with us. And guess what? Sometimes Bob, the Zillow agent, and Sally, the Redfin agent, show up to my open house with their clients, and I literally announce to them, hey, everyone, I appreciate the fact that you're here with your real estate agent. Well, guess what? My cleaning lady that cleans my house has a real estate license. My gardener that trims these trees behind you here, he has a real estate license. And the guy that painted my house last year has a real estate license. Everyone's got a damn real estate license. You feel me? So what I would just very, very calmly announce, if you think about it, $1 million listing, right? That's really worth about $1.25 million is listed at 980,000, right? It's priced right. And I've got 5 of the best photos. One of the exterior, the beautiful kitchen, the master, and that beautiful pool with the waterfall coming down, and one of that open concept of the living room. Oh, that's nice, right? So what does that mean? What am I telling you? The listing agents have always been the king. They've always controlled the local inventory and market share. And when you click dual variable compensation and you launch it in the MLS the way I'm telling you, that is how you take the power back that was taken from you.
Sheesh. Man, that's powerful.
That's and now powerful. NAR is saying, hey, we're taking the power back from Zillow, Realtor.com, and Redfin, and we're giving it back to you, Mr. Claremont. I'm like, woo, thank you. I've been battling these guys for years stealing my clients.
Every single time, guys, you guys list a property, you guys need to do that to double your income. That one nugget, he's sharing a lot of, he's dropping a lot of gems, but that one nugget, I'm telling you guys, that's huge.
And so for me, it's impacted my life and it's allowed me to serve my clients at a higher level. Because guess what? Let's say this little sign writer, I changed the script. I'll still have my Mr. Claremont for instant info and picks not found online. Let's say I'm going to stake another campaign sign in the yard that says, hey, all buyers, we have a dual variable compensation, right? You click the button, it's still there. And I'm just going to say, you write the offer with us, we write your offer for free. Whoa, whoa. What? I'm still making 5 or 6%. I don't know about you. Yeah. I really don't. Because when you come into Mr. Claremont's, you're walking in, it's like an underwater cave and there's a big megalodon in there chomping. Okay. That's where you're coming. Okay. So what this has done, you got to understand What? The modern day brand, easy to remember, find, and choose, represents local expert. You could Google it and find them. The modern day sign is something that's interactive. Have something that provides indirect marketing and elicits a response from a buyer. Hold back some content, and if you want more, text a short code.
Can you show that? Can you show your sign again?
No. Well, it shows backwards on the screen.
There you go. No, we can see it. We can see it.
Oh, is it just my screen? Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it clearly.
So
there you go.
For the last decade, literally has taken away the power from every online competitor who has been selling the leads to my direct competition, the local listing agents, and I'm substantially better than them. You understand? This is the modern day real estate sign. So I'm just trying to get you guys to see this as a blessing. Do a screenshot. 1, 2, 3, go. You guys got that? You good? Okay. Now, this is a blessing from up above. They are just shattering and releasing the chains that have been placed upon you. But if you never knew the war's been about the local market share, you've really never been in the business. That's just the facts, okay? So now you've seen the modern day real estate brand that matters, the modern day brick and mortar, and the modern real estate sign. Well, when you're really raging, guess what? Do you know what the modern day billboard looks like? Anyone on this call? You want to know what a modern day billboard looks like? I'm gonna show you.
Yes, let's go. We want to see it.
You guys ready?
We ready, bro. We ready. Modern day billboard.
Not ready for this?
I don't know. Is everybody paying attention?
I don't know. Like,
or everybody tuned out around here?
Trina, you want it?
Yeah, Trina, Madeline said yes.
Okay,
we got Jacqueline said yes. Edwin said yes.
There we go. Okay,
all right.
Here we go.
Perfect.
Now listen, the modern day billboard that you can hang up anywhere in your town, in every neighborhood, that already got me 3 listings last month. Yes, I said it, 3 listings, swear to God. You ready?
Let's go. Oh, hey, hold on. Put it right there so we can screenshot that.
You see it?
Sheesh. 3 listing sign from this strategy, guys.
Why? It's free, it's cheap, and guess what? Come on, you guys are walking your dogs. You see everyone with their little social causes, or the pool boys, or the contractors leaving their signs. Why can't we do it? But make sure you have something that does what? Google it. Don't put your name. No one gives a damn. You got to have some sort of a brand where they see, because they see Mr. Claremont, that's SEO. They Google it. They see it on my shirt, they Google it, and I stay at the top. They see it on my car, I stay at the top. But when you put we heart, whatever, something simple, don't put your name, or you got to put the disclaimer at the bottom. I left Remax. We're going to delete that. Okay?
Yeah, we'll make that better, bro. Don't worry about it. We got you.
There. But guess what, guys? Where are the homeowners? They're in the neighborhoods. I got 30 of these up, little billboards everywhere. And they're just like, damn, your signs are everywhere. Psychologically, people, they don't know the difference between that and a for sale sign. That's what they remember, Mr. Claremont. That homeowner loves Mr. Claremont. And I've conditioned their minds to think that way. So you got to understand, if you're in the real estate business, you go all in on listings. It has always been this way. But now, when I heard this news, this whole NAR thing, I'm like, whoo, thank God.
Yes.
So you now know what the modern day real estate brand that matters, the modern day brick and mortar, okay? The modern real estate sign, the modern day billboard. Those are 4 easy things you could do to just completely dominate your geo farm. Now, you guys ready to go on the offense? Those are the basics. Those are the basic tools you need to thrive. And if you don't do it, well, you're just out of the business. I don't know what to tell you, okay? Now, to go on the offense, it's really simple. Today, I'm excited because I got my partner, Jeff, and we're going to drop some more knowledge on actionable steps you can take. I'm going to give you some Google business SEO hacks. But more importantly, print and email marketing is extremely powerful. Guess what? Guess what, guys? If door knocking, open houses, print and email marketing are the keys to it all. It's the keys to the kingdom, okay? Now, guess what? Yes, I am a solicitor. I'm a peddler. I'm a door knocker. I'm a multi-millionaire. Okay. You're the real estate business. You can run your whole business on an iPhone. You understand me? This is my office. I don't want to sit in this chair and get fat. No, I got a beautiful wife and 3 daughters. I'm in my prime. The best exercise on earth is walking, not swimming. It's hard. It goes walking, swimming, and then you can go on and on, elliptical. The number one exercise on earth is walking. And so for me, the way I see it, I start out every day, I do 100 push-ups, I do 50 pull-ups, and I'm like, damn, I'm ready to get my tan, fresh air, and exercise. Let's go. Because I know for a fact, I've been doing this for 15 years straight. Buying properties, commercial, residential, everything you can think of, I've done it. Okay. That if I just knock on 100 doors 4 days a week, I will have more listings than I ever know what to do with. And then when I do open houses and focus on selling my own listings and leveraging the tactics I told you, I don't care if it's a recession, a pandemic, post-NAR, thank God, whatever the conditions are, I will be thriving. I will always own and control my audience. And so with print and email marketing, just like the sign writer I showed you, the modern day real estate sign, you got to have a reason to have the buyer text your shortcode system. You got to elicit a response from them. Same with homeowners. You better be dropping content that elicits a response from a homeowner thinking of selling. So let's get to it. What are we in the business of doing? Locating the address of a homeowner thinking of selling, right? You got to elicit a response from them. Print and email marketing, you can own and control, and it's the most effective on earth. Okay? This is what the big dogs don't want to tell you. Okay? And then the money's in the follow-up. What? In person. And if you're out there, you're used to just having conversations with people, because that's what happens at the end of the day. Whoever is having the most local conversations gets the most listings. It's not rocket science. Okay? Elicit a response from a homeowner thinking of selling through print, email marketing, door knocking, and open houses. That's it. That's what real estate is. Don't overthink it. You do that, you will thrive and just block out all the noise. Because at the end of every single day, when I'm out there, I call it a manifestation walk. That's the truth. Because when I'm door knocking, I'm breathing in through my nose, just like Leo did in the first part of this call, and out my mouth, and I'm counting from 1 to 10, and I go back from 1 to 10. And before I know it, I'm just visualizing the homeowner opening the door and said, yeah, I'm ready to sell. And literally, I've been doing this for 15 years, but it's my mindset. You got to understand my mentality. I'm out there getting my fresh air, my tan, my exercise, and I'm still slamming calls, texts, emails, all from my iPhone, running my entire real estate business. But I figure, why not be in great shape and become the best version of yourself for your family? That it's all about, write this down. It's consistency over intensity. You guys with me? That's it. Consistency. Don't go out there and just hit 800 doors in a day. No, chill out. If you just go and you're just hitting your GEO farm, just hit 100 doors 4 days a week. You'll have more business you know what to do with. I guarantee it. You consistently do open houses there, same thing. You consistently print email marketing, same thing. You elicit a response from a homeowner thinking of selling, go and have a conversation. Be professional yet casual. Don't go all suited up. I wear this polo everywhere I go. Literally, went to bed last night wearing this polo. It's got that whole, neoprene technology, okay? I wear this everywhere.
He does. Every time I see him, he's wearing Mr. Claremont shirt.
Everywhere.
And he rolls up in a Mr. Claremont bus, and he has the signs everywhere. I mean, everything that Anthony is saying to you guys, I have seen it. And he's demonstrated. Google top listing agent in Claremont. You'll see where he ranks. Everything he dropped.
Check this out. I was on a listing appointment. I said, hey, why don't you just ask Google who's the most trusted real estate agent in Claremont? Mr. Claremont, I'm at the top. Who do you think gets the listings when I say stuff like that?
6%, baby. Let's go.
6% or die. Okay. Now, Does anyone have any questions on that tangent I just went on? Because I just unloaded. I just showered you with some stuff, and I got more. But I just want to know any thoughts, any questions?
Yes, questions, thoughts, guys. Yes, and a couple of you guys said recording. Yes, you guys are going to get the recording. By the way, guys, I think I have shared this in the past. Anthony is not just doing this for himself. He has registered the Mr. and Miss domain in all 50 states. So I have said this in the past. He's officially with us now. We're going to do a big marketing campaign to push this out. You guys are the first dibs on all these different domains. You could become Mr. or Miss in your town. And I know some of you have checked your availability and it's not even available yet. So if you're not, again, taking advantage of this, and there's also trainings and mentorship and an entire structure. It's not just him telling you this stuff. It's a very thought out process. So I just wanted to interject and say that as well.
We do. Yeah. So he's talking about the DLE network. We operate out of the US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the common law countries. And yes, we do have, 140,000 territories, and we only select one agent per locale. And if you guys have questions, contact Leo, aka Mr. Cali. But what we do is we offer the most powerful brand and the most powerful Google SEO in the world. Yeah, I said it. We have software and technology no one else on earth has. We train our members to get come list me phone calls. We can talk about all that fun stuff. More importantly, does anyone here want to know some Google SEO hack that could, get you to the top for some important keywords? Anyone here? Yes.
I'm in.
Who's in? Leo, you in?
I'm so in, bro. I'm ready to type. Let's go.
All right. Jeff, are you on here with us? I don't know if he's here.
Yeah, okay. I made him co-host too. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I was muted.
Maybe he was mesmerized by my speech, Leo. I don't know.
I think he was, bro. I think he was mesmerized and in tune.
Just hit his whole mind. He doesn't even know what happened.
Just glossed over. I'm just in love.
It took you a while to respond there. Okay, wake him up. All right, here we go, everyone. Now listen very carefully. Okay, this is what homeowners want. This is what buyers want. Okay, but this is what Google wants. Okay. Now, I'm going to teach you, there's two things. If you want to just thrive in the post-NAR era, you need to be the first one to execute on print and email marketing and blitzing your city, which is a whole other conversation. But more importantly, know how to get video reviews. Yes, I said it. Now listen, I am a Google business product expert. Jeff is a Google business product expert, okay? Now, one of the most important ranking factors, there's 200 of them. See, at DLE, we cover all 199 ranking factors, and we've actually expanded that to 210. We have 10 other secret things we do that no one else in the world can. Metadata infusion technology, we can talk about that later. But reviews is like a huge chunk, right? Your online perception is everything. Now, when you got to understand, there's things such as getting an SEO optimized review and responding in an SEO optimized way. You get a 5-star written review, that's 5 points. If you get in the SEO world to help you outrank your competition and go up. If you get a video review, that's equivalent to 100 points. And if the video review is verbally saying some of the keywords you want to rank high for, that's about 150 points. And if you respond to that video review within an hour in an SEO optimized way, that puts you at 200 points as far as local credibility and a strong local voice that's trustworthy. Did you guys hear that? Now, does anyone here, I want everyone right now, you should have this, Google Maps app. Does everyone have a Google Maps app?
I know I do.
Okay.
Anybody else have a Google Maps app? The Google Maps app, guys?
This is important. You guys better pay attention. This is your modern day brick and mortar. And if you don't have Google Maps, you better download it today and get connected. Okay. Now, on the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see that little business icon. Go ahead and click on it. Okay. And that's how you access your dashboard. You guys see that screen there? Let me see.
There
Kind
we
of.
go. Now I can see it. Now I can see it.
Okay. There we go. Well, what I see here is this is my office, right? The Google Maps app. Okay. Now, when you scroll to the bottom, there's a link that says, so you open up Google Maps, the bottom right-hand corner, it says business, click on it. You'll see your performance. You could click a button that says share profile. Okay. Now, what we're going to do today is a quick and simple exercise. And the rules to the game is really simple. Really simple. We're going to practice what's called colleague reviews. Okay. When people search the keyword, you guys see that confetti?
That's you, bro. You're literally causing all these effects on Zoom. Yeah.
I got a new MacBook. Or we're connected. We're like cyborgs.
The
Wow.
thumbs up, the little celebration thing. I was like, okay, you got this down.
So think about it like this. So there is a huge weight in video reviews, but guess what? No agents know how to do it because there's a hack. So pay attention. When you open up your Google Maps and you click the share reviews and you text that link, okay, what happens is it only allows you to post a photo and write a review. Now, how you're able to, so Google, right? So here's the rules of the game for today. If you could get out of this group of 85, if you just got 10 video reviews, and how we're going to do it is this. We're going to put what you're going to do is put exactly what your Google business profile name is in the group chat. I'm going to leave you a 5-star. And then when you put your business name of your Google business profile in the chat, put the city you're located in. And what I'm going to do for you as a colleague, being a part of this beautiful network, is let's say Leo Robles puts Leo Robles, Anaheim, California, the exact name of his Google business profile, whatever it may be. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to find them. But how am I going to Google it? If you open Google Maps and scroll to the bottom and click the share profile link, it doesn't work. You can't leave a video review. What you have to do is click on Google Maps again and hit the Explore button and type in Leo Robles, eXp Realty, and it comes up. We'll use myself as an example.
Yes.
So you open up Google Maps, you hit the search button, type in Mr. Claremont Real Estate. We'll make this really simple, okay? So I typed in Mr. Claremont Real Estate, okay? No realtors right now understand how to get video reviews, and if you're the first one to blitz it and hit it hard, you'll start outranking your competition fast with this simple trick, okay? Then you see Mr. Claremont Real Estate, you scroll down, because I'm on the Google Maps app, right? Then you click on reviews. Then, where it says the little 5-star, you click on the 5-star to leave a review. Then when you click 5 stars, it's going to say photo, and there's going to be a hyphen video option, okay? And let's just say, Leo Robles was Mr. Anaheim. I'm just throwing it out there, okay? He's actually Mr. Cali.
Yeah.
I'm then going to record myself like this. I'm going to literally click on his profile and say to Leo Robles, Mr. Anaheim, you're the most trusted real estate agent in Anaheim with a proven track record. Honored to have you in my network. You're my referral partner for life. I'm blessed to know you. Done. Okay. Then I'm going to post that video review in under 30 seconds. You can leave multiple 30-second video reviews. I'm going to post that on his profile. Then I'm going to write best real estate agent in Anaheim, and I'm going to hit submit. Then I'm going to text Leo, and it's like it's like you're at the fire station. It's like the drill goes off. Google knows how quickly you respond to that review. Okay. Is this person authentic? Are they real? Are they credible? Do they answer their phone? Because if they do, we're going to rank them high. And then Leo will then respond by saying, thank you, Anthony, for supporting my continued journey to be the best real estate agent in Anaheim. What just happened there, folks?
Yeah. Yeah. It's you got engagement, you got response, you got video. I mean, and you're ranking out. You said it increases your rank by 200%, right? By the video
Per review. Per review.
review.
So what happens is this: Google then sees, because okay, so what happens is this. Now, out of this group of 85,
Hey,
if we
Mr. Anthony, one thing before we're at 11:02. I know everybody's loving this. I'm loving it, and I just noticed that we're 2 minutes over. So let's do a completion here in the next 3 minutes. And I know that what we could do is that do another encore, so we could do this challenge, right? We could do a challenge and maybe do like a little separate call, just so we could be mindful of time. We do have another training that's starting here at 11 o'clock, and there's a ton of people that are already posting their cities here too.
Okay, get those cities, Leo. And Leo, maybe we'll start a group chat. Okay, here's the bottom line. You guys could team up, and remember this: if you could get 20 out of this group of 85, in the rule is simple. If they leave you a 5-star video review, leave it back. How you do it: open up Google Maps, type in the name of their business, leave a video SEO optimized review, a written review, 5 stars, hit submit, call them, text them, let them know, respond in an SEO optimized way. Thank you. It's my continued journey to be the most trusted agent in the city. Done. Okay. If you could do that, and then when you go to your next actual client, a homeowner or a buyer that you worked with, when people type in, hey, real estate agents in Claremont, California, all they look at is like, hey, he's got 70, 80 reviews. Maybe they read the top 1, 2, or 3, right? And so if you could just be the first in your Geo Farm to get these 20 SEO optimized video reviews and respond in an SEO optimized way, and then if Leo starts a group chat, I'll tell you the top 10 keywords for your city, you will then position yourself to start being considered for the call to go on listing appointments. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you having me. Communicate with Leo. Get a hold of me. I got you.
Wow. So many nuggets. Guys, show Anthony some love, please. This was so good. Guys, text me over everybody that dropped in their cities and wants to be part of this contest. Text me. Okay, I just put my phone number to text me. I'm going to get everybody in a group. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to go ahead and do that. That way we can get 200 points every single time we get it. We can blow up everybody's Google profile. But Anthony, man, thank you, brother. Thank you so much for bringing the heat. Thank you for bringing so much wisdom. I'm going to give you guys some information there is a class that is happening right now, because I know we're over time, but there is a class that is happening right now. And before we get to the class, I just wanted to congratulate Mr. Sunny Singh. He just hit icon for the first time ever. He's been with us for a little bit over 2 years, and he just became icon. So if you see him, give him a big congratulations. And boom. Here it is. Here's the training. This training is actually just started right now. So if you're interested in building teams, Selena Galanis, which coaches 7-figure producing teams, is hosting a class right now. It actually started 5 minutes ago. So if you guys want to jump on that call, I'm going to drop in this link. And everybody that's asking for the recording, yes, you will absolutely get it. So that is all, ladies and gentlemen. It's 11:05. I promised you guys we're going to get out of here, 5 minutes after. But again, thank you, Anthony. And give Anthony a huge shout out on social media. Show him some love out there. Text me, and we'll get added to that group. God bless everybody. Have an amazing day. Peace. This was fire.